guys, it's Jen and welcome back to my channel. So I am going to be doing my first impressions and review of the products from the COL-LAB line. I was really excited when I found out about this and especially knowing that it was going to Sally's and it was going to be kind of somewhere where a lot of people have Sally's and it's kind of you know, just easy access for a lot of people. Now the price range of this is a variant, but I think the most expensive product was maybe like $15 at my local Sally's, but the prices range from at least like I would say $9 to $15 every single product, so it was very expensive if you're going to buy everything from this line. But I wanted to give you guys a full in-depth review of every product that I did pick up. If you guys wanted to check out my haul video and just, you know, jump to a specific product in this video, then I will have timestamps below of every product that I go over. But I just really wanted to like do this video the right way and explain everything. So I am not here to offend anybody or to like jump on the bandwagon with anything. So I just want to make that perfectly clear. I'm giving you my honest opinions whether I like a product or I don't like it, or if I think it is worth it. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this and talk about everything, starting with this primer. So this is a green primer. It's a correcting primer. I tend to use correcting primers a lot. So this one, I really do like the color of it. It's like definitely an intense green. And I actually really like this. This does smooth out the face and makes it easier to apply foundation, which I only have collab makeup on, like nothing else but collab makeup on my face right now. I did like this, but if I was going to go for something, like if I was just going to buy like a couple of things from this collection, this would not be it. I do feel like this smoothed my face. It did color correct, but not for the intensity that I need. So if you're someone that has very like red pigmentation to your skin, this is not going to like do the job for you unless you use a very full coverage foundation. And I don't know, like I like this, but it's not something that I would say is worth it, because you can go to the drugstore and actually find something a little cheaper that works the same as this. But I really do like this. So I want to give you guys like my full opinion of everything. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in next to the foundation that I bought, and this is the Meet Your Matte foundation, and it is in the shade Ivory. This is the second shade. This actually is a good skin match for me, but it's very, like, I don't know how to say it. Like, I was surprised at how pale it was. It does look good. I think it could have maybe went a shade darker, or maybe got the next shade darker, because it looked a little dark, and then mixed the two. But I am not one to really like mix foundations unless it's, I mean, affordable. And this was one of the highest products in there. I think this was over $15. Like I said, the prices will be on the screen, so if I'm wrong, you'll see it. This definitely is a nice foundation. Like, I did like it. I do feel like it was matte. It was a little tacky for a little bit, but not like super long, and it works, but it's not as full coverage as I would like it to be, and I am positive it is supposed to be a full coverage foundation. It says a velvet foundation, so it definitely is what it says that it is. I don't know, like I have other foundations that I like more than this, but this is a good price for this. So I do feel like it did cover, but I actually needed a little extra. I needed concealer to cover up more of my redness, so this didn't fully cover everything. So I'm going to talk about the brush and then the sponge. I'm going to talk about the brush first. So I actually do like this brush. Do I feel like it's worth the price tag? Not really. I have noticed there is a little bit of fraying of hairs. It didn't leave any brush streaks, so that was nice. But I did notice whenever I was applying it, wherever the foundation was on it, it kind of just sat there and then would like streak across the face. Like, it didn't really like blend out. Like, I was doing like this motion and then like it just, I don't know, it was like very streaky with the foundation, but it did blend nicely. This sponge was horrible. I was trying to do one half of my face with the sponge and one half without, one half, you know, with brush, one half with sponge, and no, this sponge is just not good. It literally soaked up the foundation. Like, you can see it all over it. Like, it literally just soaked up the foundation. It just did not do good at all. I don't like this sponge at all. Definitely do not waste your money on this sponge. It's just not worth it. So out of both of these, if you are going to get one, I would pick up the brush, but in my opinion, I would just not really pick up either one of these. So the concealer I liked really, really well. It definitely was good coverage. I wouldn't say that it's 100% full coverage. I would say it's like medium high coverage, and it definitely worked really, really well. And it covered up the redness on my chin. I really liked the concealer, but the star of the show, even though the concealer was good, was this little brush, the concealer brush. Like this, honestly, I looked at it and I was like, this just it's not going to be good. It's just like, you know, a little angled brush, and I was just like, if I look in the store, I would have just seriously like looked over it if I wasn't doing this video. Like, this is something I wouldn't have bought. This brush is amazing. Like, I don't know what it was. This brush was so good. It like blended out under my eyes with no problem. It didn't pull my skin, and it just blended on the eyes so well. Like, I don't know, this brush was amazing. Like, I don't know, like, I really like this brush. Like, this is something I definitely feel like you guys should buy if you're going to pick up anything in this collection. This brush. It's like a little dream brush. It just, I don't know how to explain it. I like fell in love with this brush during using these products. Like, I just don't know what else to tell you. This brush is amazing, guys. So I'm gonna move on, and I'm gonna talk about this powder right here. Another product that I was pretty shocked by, guys. I did not spray my face or anything like this. It's literally just all of this makeup. No setting spray, anything like that. This powder is absolutely amazing. Like, I don't know what it was, if it was the brush, the product, or what it was, or if I had just waited long enough to use the foundation, because it actually dried pretty quickly. But I pretty much put my concealer on. I didn't really like let it set for a super long time, like maybe 20 seconds, if that. Then I applied this over the concealer, and it set my entire face. It didn't pull any product up at all. Like, this is just like a miracle powder, and it made my face entirely matte. It was pretty like dewy looking before, and this definitely set it. Like, this is a great product. If you need something to set your face, get this product. Like, you will not be like disappointed at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the Sculpting bronzer. Now, this was very intense, and I don't know if it was this product or if it was the brush, but I definitely like the color of this. It definitely bronzed my face. I didn't really have a problem with the color of this. The pigmentation is definitely there. I think they did an awesome job with this. This brush though, can we talk about this brush? This brush, like, I was excited to use it just because of the odd shape of it. Like, it's just so funny shaped. And I know they have like brushes like this, like e.l.f. has brushes like this, but this was a really nice brush. Like, I haven't used one like this, so I definitely enjoyed it, and it works really well for contouring. I like the sharp tip to go on my nose area, under the lip. It just, I don't know, I liked this brush a lot. So the blush in the collection, these are sheer, or at least this one that I picked up is sheer. It is very, very like light. Like, I don't know how else to say it. It doesn't apply a lot of product, and I did use the brush that came with it. It's very subtle, and it is a sheer blush. So it did put color on my cheeks, but it wasn't like so intense that I looked like, you know, a clown, or I had to be very careful. Like, literally it was just like one tap blush. It wasn't super intense, and I think if you really wanted to build up the color a lot, you probably could, but I applied like 2 layers and I thought that was plenty. So I do like this. I think this is really good for someone who doesn't like to wear blush a lot, and this isn't shimmery at all. It's completely matte. So I do like this, but it kind of depends on what you're looking for in a blush. But I do think this is definitely worth picking up. So I also used this brush for the highlighter, and I haven't really talked about this brush. This brush actually did a really nice job at picking up the product. Like, you could definitely see it on the brush. The pigmentation was there. This highlight is definitely subtle though. It has a very subtle glow. It's not like glittery in your face highlighter. It's very natural. That's the best way to say it. It is a very natural looking highlighter, and the blush is also, it's very natural looking. They're not like too intense in your face. I'm sure you could probably I don't think I would wet this brush to use for highlighter, but if you like wet a smaller brush, you could probably intensify this a lot more, but I just didn't really want to do that. So I really wanted to test out the brushes, but it does look nice. I really do like it. If you're more on the natural, subtle side of makeup, I feel like this collection is definitely a good one for you to like pick things that you would like from the collection. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the palette now. I'm not the biggest fan of this. I don't really know how to explain this. These shadows are pigmented, but I feel like they blend into one another to where you don't tell the difference between the colors, if that makes sense. I got a really pretty eye look with them today, but I'm just not the biggest fan of these. That's the only thing I can say. Like, they just blend into one another to where you can't tell the difference. Like, you can't tell the difference between the colors once they're on your eyelid. And I don't really care for that at all. They do blend nicely, they do blend easily, but I just don't like them. Like, that's all I can say. I just feel like they just blend into nothingness, and they're just not there. And I used different brushes because I was using the brush that came in this, or not came in this, but I bought, that was the collab brush, that was the blending brush. I really do like this. Now, I'm not gonna say I don't like this, because I do really, really like this. This brush blended everything so well, so nicely. Like, if I have to recommend any, like I'm saying, anything out of this entire collection, it would be this brush. I mean, even over the concealer brush, if you're gonna be looking at the brushes, over the concealer brush, pick up this blending brush, because I have a ton of blending brushes, but this one is like so big and fluffy that it just blends everything so well. And I know I was just complaining about it blending the shadows into nothingness. So it is not this brush. This brush does an amazing job, because I used another one of my brushes and it blended out to nothing, and it was like, it just was not good. So I can definitely say pick up this brush, because it does a really nice job at blending. It blends so well, you can't even tell like where your color like begins and ends. Like, I just have to say this brush is amazing. It did an excellent job with this brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on, because I could talk about the brush for a good while, because I was so shocked by it. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is the brow pencil. This brow pencil, very, 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 very good, guys. I definitely really liked this. I don't know the longevity of it, so I'm not gonna say that it's like the best brow pencil out there, but I have such a problem with getting my eyebrows to match. Usually, like, I have the ugly twin sister over here, but like, she's like the way off twin sister, or like the ugly stepsister, I guess that's what you want to call it. And they're like twins today. So crazy. Like, I, you know, had makeup on already, and I know they were not twins at all in any shape or form. This is kind of like the perfect twin, and then this is like the twin that just has a couple little problems, but not nearly like normally. So I don't know, like this just did a really good job. It It held on to the skin, the brow hairs very well. It was very easy to shape them. I didn't really have a problem, and it didn't take me that long. Like, I was very surprised that it did not take me that long to match my brows. And I don't know if it was just this brush or you know, like the little spoolie, or just the shape of this applicator where it's the triangle shape. It was very, very nice. Like, I have to say, I really like this. I feel like this is definitely one that is worth getting because it just worked so well for me. Like, I just don't see how my opinion can really change on this right here. Like, it was really amazing. So the next thing is the mascara, and this is the one that's going to hold a curl in your lashes, and I have to say it actually does hold a curl in your lashes because I struggle with that so much. I have stick straight lashes. They never want to hold a curl, and I struggle so much with it, guys. So I don't know if this is waterproof or not. It doesn't really say that it's waterproof, so I have to say that I actually really like this one, because if I can find something that's going to hold a curl and do the job, I'm extremely happy. And this actually holds a curl. I have stick straight lashes, and it's nice to not have to worry about them being like so straight. This has smudged a little, I guess that's what you can call it, where I've had like little black dots. I've only had like 2, and it was on this eye right here, none on the other, but I've had that already just with me filming this video and applying everything else to my face. So I have had that, but other than that, this is a great mascara. It gets an A in my book. It's definitely something I feel like you should invest in if you really want to buy a $12 mascara. Now I'm gonna move on to the last 2 products, which is the lip products. This is the matte lipstick, and this is in Really with a question mark. So I thought this was really cute. I am wearing it with the purple gloss. So this is a like mauve pink shade. It's very, very, very pretty. It's just like a regular matte lipstick. Do I really feel like you need to buy the COL-LAB matte lipstick? No. I'm just being honest. I don't really feel like this is something that you need, you have to have. It's not something that I really need or have to have. I have a million other colors. I don't really need that. If you're someone that really wants something out of this collection, I feel like that is not something that is really worth putting money into. But if you want to, it is a very nice lipstick. It does feel good on the lips, and it's not really matte. Like, I feel like it's like a soft matte. I'm going to go on to the gloss. I really do like this lip gloss. It does pair really well over the lipstick here, but it is just basically a clear gloss with a lot of purple glitter in it. So if you're not really one that's into glitters or clear glosses just to top over your lipsticks, I would say this would definitely be a pass as well. I thought it was going to be a little more intense. I didn't think it was going to be so sheer, but I do like it, but it's not something that I could see myself really using all of the time, because I'm not really one to pop a gloss all over my lips, all over a lipstick, because it pulls the lipstick under it off. Like, I noticed when I was applying it, it literally had the lipstick all over the applicator, and it doesn't pull out a ton of product, so you have to re-dip in quite a bit to get the intensity and the coverage and the like shine that you really want. So I think this by itself would be nice, but not really to be using it over a lipstick unless you really want that other lipstick mixing in with the color that this is. So I think the influencers that worked on this did an amazing job. They did really, really well. Like I said, my favorite things from this, a lot of them were the brushes. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys really enjoyed this, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and yeah, leave me comments. So until next time, bye guys.